Being a creative in Nigeria is already hard enough. From the noise that comes up from around the house just when you're about to start recording.
Easy, oh, please, oh. Who is in the kitchen?
To your neighbors that just would not behave themselves.
If these people horn once, they're not going to die. They will not die. What?
Oh, and more noise from the kitchen. Again. This video is just to make sure your parents don't make it harder.
Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of Whatever It Is We Do Here. My name is Alma Sinobi and I'm happy that you stopped by. Today we're going to be talking about something that comes up a lot in the creative industry, especially amongst people that are just starting out and or are trying to move from their regular 9 to 5 to the creative industry, or you're just graduating and you don't want to do whatever it is you studied, you want to go into the creative space. Now, that is dealing with African parents as a creative. Now, the thing is, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, Uber, Google, Instagram, they didn't exist, right? So, as far as your parents are concerned, what you're used to is you go to school, you finish, you graduate. If you graduate the first class, or you're one of the top people in your class, one of those big companies will come and then hire you, and then they're celebrating and they're bragging amongst their friends. Like, God, African parents can brag. Jesus Christ. They can brag because... So imagine after all of that, right? You finish, maybe they send you to a private school, and maybe your school is like 1 million naira every year, and then you go to school, you study a 5-year course, your school fees plus allowances plus everything, you're coming out, you're spending like 7 million naira. You now graduate, maybe you now graduate first class, or you're even top of your class, you now come and now start carrying camera around. What's this one doing? That's what's going on in their head. It's like, no, this is not what I used to. And let's be very honest, this is how we normally human beings are. Like, when you're doing something for the first time, something you're new to, something you're not used to, you're scared, okay? You don't know what it is you're doing. Even while you're starting the content creation, you don't know what to expect and all of that, you're scared. So personally, I like to accord them the same grace that I expect anyone to give me when I'm starting like something new. So I understand, right? But their fears are valid. What they think, what they think is valid. But at the same time, you still want to be a content creator, and your dream, your goals, your career aspirations are also valid. So how does this work? Now, I'll start with a personal experience. For me, when I started blogging, my parents didn't know. Okay, I started funny story. It might not be funny, but like, it's funny. Funny story. So I started blogging, right? I just opened the WordPress account and everything. Then my roommate was like, "Hey, my roommate don't turn in that KG." And I was like, no, and I shut it down. I didn't blog. I didn't do anything for like a year or so, and then I finally. What am I saying? A year? Like 3 years. That was like my first year. That's 100 level, second semester, and then I started officially blogging in final year. So it was like 3 years. And when I started, my parents didn't know. It was a free WordPress.com website. I started blogging and everything. Then my sister would share it on her WhatsApp status and everything. So my parents got to find out. And they're just like, yeah, just like me sharing my stories and talking and stuff, and occasionally uploading pictures. So that was fine. But where they had a problem was with what I would wear and what I would post, like what I would put up, right, on Instagram. Now, this dress I'm wearing, this particular dress, was an issue. For context, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I know. I'm even lucky because my parents understand influencer marketing and how it works. Some parents are like, where's the money going to come from? Like, as far as I'm seeing you, you look like a failed, like your future is just, and it's out of fear, right? Basically, they are coming from a place of fear. So the first thing you need to do is understand this, understand that they are coming from a place of fear, understand their point. It is very valid. But at the same time, your career is valid as well. So how do you go about this? How do you strike a balance? The first thing I want you to know is at the beginning they don't have to know. I mean, I know it sounds very like on the G and stuff, but like at the beginning they don't really have to know, right? And the reason is this. The second point is that you need to show them your results, right? You need to convince them. Like any normal person that has fears, you need to bring them out of that place of fear. You need to say something that will convince them or give them ginger, or give them hope, right? And when you're starting out, you don't exactly have that. In fact, you might be spending 3 times more on data than normally, like that you normally spend, and you're not getting engagements. You post something, you get like 5 likes and like one comment with one emoji, or like 10 likes and then one comment saying cool post or something like that. So it's really discouraging, and even you're even trying your best to keep up. So at this point, they don't really need to know. You can just do whatever it is you're doing, like do your 9 to 5, go to school, do everything. You don't have to quit everything and then just go into it. Now, when you get to a point where you started to see results, you started to receive some recognition, or people have actually reached out to you to pay you money to do stuff like that, right? Now you can bring it up and then you can talk about it. At the beginning, I mean, it's not like you just kill them out of the no, or like every time they see you pressing your laptop and trying to write a blog post or something, you close it or something. But they can know you're blogging, they can know you do these things, but let them just feel like it's a hobby. It seems like it's just a hobby, something you like doing, right? Let them not feel like, oh, this is going to distract you from your school. They might now ban you from doing it or tell you stop blogging or shut down your blog, shut down your YouTube and all that. Keep your grades up, do what you're doing, do it well, try as much as possible. It's a sacrifice that you're going to make at the beginning, especially. So try as much as possible to keep your grades up, do everything that you're doing fine, right? And keep that. Now, when you now start to progress, and then you get people reach out to you, for instance, to work with you or to pay you money, especially for your work or stuff like that. Now, pick all these things, like pick them, put them together. Let them see, let your parents see that, let them see the results, right? Share your wins with them. Like when anybody offers to pay you, like if you get 5,000 naira, for instance, for anything at all, let them know. If you get 100,000 naira for something like in regards to your creative journey, let them know. If you get like 200,000, if you get a brand deal, if you get like see what I did. I worked with a brand, a juice brand for a while, and at this point I was still trying to convince my parents. Like I'm still trying my best to convince them that this thing I'm doing has prospects. So it's not like I'm going to do architecture or anything, but like this thing has you get it. So I was trying to convince them. So when I got a brand deal with a juice company or juice brand, and they were going to supply me like a month's 2 months worth of juice, right? It was something that typically, I mean, okay, I can buy the juice, but like it was nice to know that it was free. So they brought it to my house, like to my parents' house, right? And all of us drank the juice together. All of us drank the juice together. So I was just like, but we drank the juice together. You did not say anything when you're drinking the juice. It's not like you're bribing them or anything, but let them see the benefits. That's basically what I'm saying. Let them see the benefits of, all of the things that you're doing. Let them see the prospects. Let them see how it can get. Okay? Okay. Now, if your parents are still funding your life to a large extent, right? Or to a reasonable extent, like if they still pay your fees, they still pay your bills, you live under their roof and whatnot. Like I said earlier, you don't want to be at loggerheads with them. So try as much as possible to keep everything peaceful. Now, what I did at the beginning when I wanted to get an iPhone, right? My first iPhone was an iPhone 7, 32 gig. I wonder how you said 32 gig, but yeah. Anyway, so my first iPhone was an iPhone 7, and I wanted to get an iPhone. Now, my mom already said she was going to get a phone for me, right? And typically, if I wanted a phone, they took it as their responsibility, or they still take it as their responsibility to get me one. Now, the iPhone I wanted to get at the time, um it was 140 150k thereabouts, right? That's how much it was. And my mother was not about to get 150k. That's land in my village. So she doesn't understand why she's spending 150k on it. Me say I never have in mind to say, oh, the phone I want to buy is 150k. The phone that she's using, how much is it? What am I going to see? Hey God. So I knew that I needed an iPhone. I wanted to use an iPhone because of the picture quality and everything. And since I was into content creation and all, I needed to get it. But as far as my mom was concerned, like the money she was going to spend on me was going to get me like an Infinix or a Techno or something, and I was going to use it like that. So what I told her was she should just give me the money that she was going to give me like for a phone. I told my dad to give me the parts that he wanted to give me for the phone. Just give me like I'll get the phone myself. So they gave me. I was like, oh, okay, send me the money. My dad too was like, okay. And then all the uncles that recklessly promising, I don't worry when you want to get the phone, just tell me. I called all of them. And then somehow this person sent me this money, this person sent me this money, and I saved up from my own allowance and everything. And I put everything together and I got my phone. And my mother was like, so as you see, like she didn't even allow me hear the end of it. She didn't allow me hear the end of it. But when it's time for family gathering and party and everything, she said, ah, hey, I'm actually picking up your phone saying, let's use and snap. Ha! I don't understand. Anyway, so that's basically how that one worked out for me. And at the beginning, they might not be very interested in investing all this money because they don't even see where it is going, right? So I just want you to understand that it might be hard at the beginning. You might have to save, you might have to sacrifice, you might have to do a lot of things at the same time, but it pays off in the end. So that's it about dealing with African parents as a Nigerian creative. I don't even know. I don't think it's peculiar to Nigerians or it's like parents in general. I think they're like this like all the time. So if you have any experiences that you'd like to share with me, feel free to share me in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram. You can send me a DM there. I am everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. So feel free to connect with me on any of these platforms. Share your stories with me. Share your experiences with me. If you have any particular issues that you want to share for anybody else watching this video to see when they read the comment section, please leave it in the comment section below and I will send you a reply. And yeah, so we have come to the end of this video. If you liked this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it inspiring, or if you like my face and you want someone else to see, please share this video with them. And if you got to the end of this video and you've not subscribed, so you listen to all this tea for free and you're not going, please now, please. So subscribe and don't miss out by turning on the notification bell right beside the subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I am so happy that you stopped by. I would love to see you in my next video. For now, bye.